The new year dawned in Cape Town rainy and wet as the country bid farewell to Archbishop Emeritus Desmond Tutu. The following day, South Africans woke to news of a fire at Parliament. It started in the old Assembly building, which was built in 1884 and originally housed the Parliament, but is now used for offices. The third floor of the old Assembly was razed, the roof collapsed, and the entire building suffered extensive smoke and water damage. This same building also caught fire in March 2021 due to an electrical fault. The Houses of Parliament consist of three sections: the Old Assembly and newer additions, which house the National Assembly. When the flames spread to the National Assembly, where Parliament now sits, thick black clouds filled the sky. This building was completed in 1988. While the blaze was initially declared under control on Monday the 3rd of January, the fire then flared up again, fanned by strong winds. Rescue services released drone footage showing the extensive damage to the roof. The fourth and fifth floors of the new wing above the National Assembly were completely gutted. Some 300 firefighters and over 60 fire engine vehicles worked tirelessly to contain the blaze. By Tuesday, the 4th of January, it had finally been contained, and on Thursday, rescue services completely withdrew from the precinct. When the fire first broke out, Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure, Patricia de Lille, called the fire a sad day for democracy.
This is a very sad day for our democracy because Parliament is the home of our democracy, and Parliament is also a strategic key point.
The hallowed halls of our Parliament building has witnessed many a watershed moment. Former President F.W. de Klerk in 1990 announced in the National Assembly that he was freeing Nelson Mandela. Madiba bid Parliament farewell on the 26th of March 1999, ahead of that year's elections, where he told MPs it had been a profound privilege to be accountable to this Parliament. Initial assessments indicated that the flames did not reach the historic library and museum room, which house irreplaceable artifacts, including a selection of paintings and the lyrics to Die Stem by C.J. Langenhoven in a display cabinet. The National Chamber of Provinces and Officers and the ground floor of the old Assembly building were also saved, and efforts to save the mace were successful. Some damning revelations have since come to light. De Lille revealed that a water valve leading to the fire sprinklers had been closed and was potentially the reason the fire was not contained as soon as it started. CCTV cameras, she said, were working at the time, but no one was monitoring the feed.
The problem came in that there was no monitoring of the CCTV cameras on that fateful night.
The fire doors that were installed in Parliament were rendered useless in the fire that ravaged the building because cheap latches were installed to keep the doors open. Then the City of Cape Town released its post-incident report into the fire. It confirmed that the National Assembly sprinkler valve was not serviced since 2017 and was closed at the time of the fire. The report also confirmed that the fire doors were latched open, which assisted in the spread of the fire. 49-year-old Zandile Mafe was arrested in connection with the fire. He made his first appearance in the Cape Town Magistrates Court on several charges, including charges relating to the Explosives Act, theft, arson and housebreaking. Mafe's attorney, Levuyo Godler, said his client was being used as a scapegoat.
Surely this poor man is made a scapegoat for failures of executive and legislature. There is no point to come and say we are not ready, when in fact they allege that the most important point of the country has been destroyed.
Jack van der Lek, the architect who planned and designed the National Assembly building, believes it could cost as much as R1 billion to repair it. Engineers deemed the building unsafe and said it should be cordoned off, closed with immediate effect to restrict access to it.